We're back. A day late, but back.
Guess who's back again.
A day late, but it's still your friend.
Still your friend.
Ooh, guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Now everyone report to the bean floor. To the bean floor.
No, everyone report to the bean floor.
All right, stop.
Collaborate and Bean. Yo, what's up, Bean Mafia? We are back. Samantha Lopez is here. We got our dope-ass Hidden Village custom shirts on today. Look at that, bro. Look, that's literally us podcasting.
It's us wearing Hidden Village custom shirts. And then if you look in the one I'm wearing on the left, see how I'm Gerald. I'm wearing
Gerald.
Another Hidden Custom shirt with us on it.
Where Sam is Spicoli?
Spinelli. And you're a TJ.
And I'm TJ. And but on mine, I got LeBron and Anthony Davis. But I'm Angelica.
Yeah, you are Angelica.
Hey Arnold.
I really captured who we are.
Yeah, these shirts are fucking awesome, man. I love it. But yeah, it's glad to have you back, fam. Figgity fam. Also, real quick, I want to shout out congratulations to the new champion of the world, Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Milwaukee Bucks.
I am freak.
And he really proved to us that he is a freak. That motherfucker, I shit on you a lot. I did. And I watched that game. Holy shit, bro. That was some like even better than LeBron or Jordan shit.
He got his freak on.
He got his motherfucking freak on. He's also extremely likable and charismatic, and man, just the image of him crying when he sat down and you could see it was just it's like, I did it. It's done. It was very Thanos at the end of Infinity War. You could
sit back and look over a peaceful universe. Is
A
that what?
peaceful universe. Well, I think you'll find that our will is just as strong as yours. Iron Man coming down. If you wanted to piss him off, and then fucking Homeboy's thing comes on, and Chris Pratt comes flying in.
Where's Gamora?
I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora? I'll do you one better.
What is Gamora?
Why is Gamora?
Why is Gamora? That's it.
You kill my guy, blast him. Let's go. Yo, that's not the movie we're doing
That's
today.
not
Stop,
what we're doing.
Stop
Sorry, we got off track.
I got excited. But I was just shouting out the freak. The freak. That motherfucker's the champion. Yo, congrats, bro. Well done. I'm sure me and Hassan will get more into that in a future episode. Sam, do you think he's hot?
Oh, faux show.
You like the freak?
Yo, he's got great arms.
He's huge.
Yeah, but
he is a freak.
Not all basketball players have good arms. A lot of them do, but some of them don't.
Yeah, LeBron's got some cannons on him.
Yeah, LeBron has Dwight Howard has always had good arms, but they're not as good as they used to be.
Yeah, Kawhi has them.
Kawhi.
He's got those big old arms. Yeah, not all of them got them. Because then there's other players who are super, like Steph. Steph's not built like that.
Steph doesn't have the arms.
Steph's like a cutie pie though.
He is very cute. I'm not hating on Steph, but
I'm not hating on Steph. I'm good.
He's a cute looking guy. I'm just saying, Giannis got them arms.
Yeah, he's also a young pup.
Yeah, how old is he?
26.
Oh, wow, that is young. So he joined the league really young.
18.
Wow.
This is 8th year.
8th
year.
year.
So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
That'd be 26.
Yeah, 8th year. Mm-hmm. So it's 8th season. So yeah, he got in the league. But he's also one of the few players who got taller while he was in the league. That's what makes him special.
That's insane. How much did he grow?
3 inches.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, that's crazy though, Sam, to go from 6'8" to 6'11", and that's a big difference. That changes who you are. You went from being like a power forward to now you're the size of a center, but you still play like a small forward. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. And then he got huge too. He also, if you look at the pictures of him when he got in the league, you saw he's like a skinny little kid.
He definitely buffed up.
He buffed up. He got. I mean, he also
hard work pays off.
Nobody thought he was going to be a superstar. He was one of those guys that was just drafted, and you're like, oh, who knows? You know, he might be another guy that's good.
I don't know. I
feel like become one of the best players in the league. Not everybody's Michael Jordan or LeBron, where they come out and everybody's like, yo, this motherfucker is that dude already. Mm-hmm. Giannis was just a guy. Kobe, everybody knew of. Shaq, everybody knew of. That's what makes him an interesting superstar to me.
Mm.
Is that
he had to make his own way.
Yeah, that nobody was like, Giannis, the way he was, like when he was drafted in 2012, 2013. And also his teammates were all like Chris Middleton. Like they started together. I like that too. I like
that's nice.
that they grew together, and that their stories were tough. Oh, it's beautiful. Man, they won.
Congratulations, Milwaukee. That's it, right? That's the team. Yeah, okay.
Good job.
Your city.
Fear the
it's
deer.
a city. I couldn't tell you where it is, but I know you exist.
Sam, well, you don't know where Milwaukee is?
It's in a field of deer.
It is in a field of deer. Damn, I'm not gonna. Damn, you don't know what state it's in?
Is it Washington? No, Wisconsin.
That's it.
It's a W.
You know.
Yeah.
It's where Green Bay is.
Also, it's like I had
Packers.
no clue. It's like, who goes to these places?
Those fans. That's it. And the people that go to the University of Wisconsin, the Badgers.
Okay, again, why?
I don't know why their fucking mascots are funny.
But it's dope that y'all have great teams. I support you.
Yeah, me too. Guys, I'm so glad Sam's here. Today's a special episode. I have AIDS. Today's.
No.
Oh yeah, I should guess. Well, I'm glad you know now. I was gonna tell you, but now you know. Guys, today's episode is a brought to you by. It's a sponsored by. It's a paid for episode. It's a bonus ep. It is, I mean, some of the most fun episodes to me now because they're movies like today's movie that I have never seen. And I'm not going to say, you know what's weird? I've heard of it, but I haven't heard of this one, if that makes sense. I've heard of later ones, never this one, which is,
what?
I know, right? So it's weird in that sense, but I am excited to do it. And today's movie is brought to you by motherfucking Chris Tyler.
Chris Tyler?
Chris Tyler.
He is an OG Bean.
Alexander Schuyler. Yeah, he is an
Chris
OG Bean.
Tyler. Chris Tyler is, this guy has been helping us out for a long time.
Chris Tyler, this is what makes him interesting. This is why that's why I fuck with Chris Tyler. He paid for today's episode, which is awesome.
Dope.
He also, this guy he's one of the guys who's been sending us money. And I'm talking about back when it was just me and Hassan. Mm-hmm. Just sending us money just cause he was like, man, I love this podcast, and we, it's all, us. It's always free, baby.
He always sends a nice note. It sounds like your grandmother's writing you a letter, like, hey, I was just thinking of you. Thought you could use some spending money. It's like,
keep going. Wanted to get you guys all pizza for the night or whatever the fuck. When people, but a lot of you guys do that. But this guy is one of those specifically. This guy, when Sam put out her GoFundMe for her wisdom teeth,
he delivered.
This guy made sure that we, that the Bean Mafia, that the Bean Queen could talk.
It was very sweet of him. And he came to my show this last weekend. I just met him in real life.
At Creek?
Literally, at the Sunset Strip.
Sunset Strip.
I met him just this past Saturday. Super cool guy. I don't get to meet everyone in person. Y'all live in all different places. It was so cool that he got to come out.
Well, hopefully he comes to your show in August.
Yes. If you're near Austin, Texas, come out August 23rd for a show. Deric's going to be on it. Hassan's going to be on it. Jeffrey Berner's going to be on it. It'll be a real Bean Fest. It's at the Spider House Ballroom.
Spider House Ballroom at 8 p.m., guys. Spider House Ballroom, 8 p.m. Austin,
ticket
Texas.
link is in my Instagram bio.
Yep. Guys, go to Samantha Lopez Instagram bio on her Instagram. Best Sam Lopez. August 23rd. It's a Monday. 8 p.m. Spider House Ballroom. It's literally right on the West Campus. If you're an Austin Beaner, which welcome to the pod. There's a lot of you now, which I love. Or also if if you're in the San Antonio area and you want to see us, come through. You know what I'm saying? Come through, bro. So
be like Chris Tyler. We can meet you in real life. It's so cool to meet everyone in real life. It was so nice to meet him. He gave me a ride to my other show.
Yeah, if you guys want to see a dope, it is. If you guys want to see a dope show, come out Spider House Ballroom, August 23rd. Monday,
August 23rd.
8 p.m., guys. Be a dope lineup. Super fun show. I'm excited for that. But yeah, so today's episode is brought to you by Chris Tyler. And Chris Tyler, bro, you picked an interesting one. You clearly have a lot of money. I know that because you've been just throwing it at me like I'm a goddamn stripper. And it's interesting to me when you guys just like what you spend your money on. I'm not mad. You gave me the $100.
We're happy.
I'm very happy. Hey, if you want to be Chris Tyler, $100, that's what it costs, and I'll tell whatever movie you want, which is why I'm telling this movie today, because I would have never, ever told this movie. I would have never heard of this. I would have never even tried to hear about this movie. But I have heard about the later versions of this movie. But not this one. Sam, can you tell me what you think happens in the film you've never seen that I'm about to give you in full motherfucking detail? Tremors.
Tremors?
Tremors.
Like trim-ers?
Tremors.
Wait, what's the later versions of the movie?
Tremors 2.
Really?
Tremors 3.
How come you heard about those but never the original one?
Jamie Kennedy is in like Tremors 7.
Wow,
And he
there's
has a
that
joke
many
about it.
Tremors?
A lot of Tremors.
Okay. Wow. Well,
And that's
Jamie
how I knew that
Kennedy's
there were
in it.
later Tremors, but I never knew about this first Tremors. And Sam, it's like how far I would have never guessed this what this first one is, like what it is. Has crazy high reviews and it's like a cult classic,
Okay.
which is why they made a bunch of them. But it's not. It's like what the fuck? What do you think
right.
happens in Tremors 1? Tremors 1. This is the OG. And who is in it? It will blow your mind.
Oh, really?
The lead in this is gonna blow your mind. It blew my mind.
Is it like a A-list actor?
A-list, but
Well,
you're just like no.
Is the whole cast A-list or just the one person?
A lot of you recognize some people. But no, he's the only A-list. He's the only. But you're like, what? That's what you're like. You're like this.
Okay.
You're like, say, this is me. What?
Okay.
And the whole movie, you love that it's him. It makes it more fun that it's him. That's
Okay.
probably why it's a hit.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Go, give me yours. Trimmer me.
Sean Penn
Wow, good guess.
is a pothead.
Okay.
You said cult classic. It's normally about pot.
Yeah, that's actually good.
And you said Tremors. So Sean Penn is a pothead. He lives near a state park. And one day he's on a hike, getting stoned, and he finds a unsuspecting marijuana field that someone else has grown in the park. And he gets high with his friends with the weed that he finds there. And they're like, yo, you get this dank weed. And Sean Penn's like, I found it in the park.
Okay.
And then they're like, what? And so then he gets a crew of friends together to trim.
Okay.
And then they just basically steal this weed from the park until they find out that they're stealing weed from some kind of gangster.
Some Pineapple Express shit.
Some Pineapple
Like
Express.
you fuck with the wrong dude.
You fucked with the wrong dude. And yeah, it's basically Pineapple Express.
Pineapple
actually.
Express. Okay, that's a good movie too. I like that movie.
But with Sean Penn.
Just with Sean Penn.
Just with Sean Penn.
era of
And
time.
a different kind of vibe because they're finding the weed out in the local area. It's
Uh-huh.
not, it's
No Danny McBride.
No Danny McBride. It's too early for that. But one day they're found, I guess the guy who planted all the weed finds out that all his stash is gone. And that's when he comes for them.
Uh-huh.
And then, insanity ensues.
Insanity ensues.
And it ends with, Sean Penn gets the girl. Classic movie situation.
Okay.
And he's still a stoner in the end. And it's just more like a kind of vibe. It's just a day in the life of this craziness.
Wow. And that's your Tremors.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Now, I love your movie.
Thank you.
You're 100% wrong, but it's not your
guessed
fault.
that.
It's not this time. It's not your fault.
Why not?
Because you heard Tremors, Trimmers. I said Tremors, Tremors.
Oh, Tremors?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I saw. I repeated it several times to understand the word.
I'm not. I feel like this is a very sitcom-y situation.
Okay.
There's no one wrong here. The words are very similar, I feel.
You also said Jamie Kennedy, so it's that seems like it would be a weed related.
I know, because that's why I was saying Tremors, and then you said Tremors, and I was like, yeah, Tremors. And then in my head, I'm like, I wonder what she. And then you said the weed thing, and I'm like, oh, she heard Tremor, Trimmer. But
you notice how you're saying the same word for both situations. I can't hear the difference in what you're saying.
Wait, are they okay? Jeffrey Burner's in the house.
It's
Jeffrey,
Tremors.
Do you hear? Is there a difference in these words? Tremors and Tremors. Yeah. Tremors and Tremors.
Tremors and Tremors.
Thank you, Jeffrey. He said it the way
say. Jeffrey said. Say it one more time. You can't hear him.
Weed is Tremors.
He said weed is Tremors.
Jamie Kennedy is Tremors.
Jamie Kennedy is Tremors.
Yeah.
Okay. I fucked up then. Wait, how do you spell Tremors?
Which one?
So it is. Wait a minute. So
I can't understand the difference in what you're saying, though.
You say both of them.
So, someone who trims. How do I spell it, or how do I say it?
Say it.
I would say trimmers.
Okay.
But someone who is having like tremors. Trem, 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 trem.
Tremors.
Like them, trem.
Tremors.
Tremors.
I think the movie's about kind of.
Isn't that what a tremor is? I'm not sure.
Yeah, tremor is about shaking. A tremor is shaking.
Tremor is shaking.
I
A
know
trimmer
that.
is someone who trims.
You said the same word that time.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I'm gonna play this back later and be certain that I said. And also, it's just confusing because we keep saying these words over and over again.
Tremors. Well, Sam, are you ready for Tremors? Did I say it right there?
Yeah, I feel like I should chill off. If we're talking about tremors,
What does that
then
say?
you should really just take it one day at a time.
Ooh, are you talking about everybody with like a what is that? What is the disease when you do this?
Parkinson's?
Parkinson's. You
Yeah,
have
I mean,
that.
I don't have that.
That's what you say. You say all the time. I have that.
No, I don't say it. My grandmother has that. I'm afraid that one day I will have it.
That's what you say. I knew it was something like that.
It's very horrifying. It's not a fun thing to have.
Yeah, yeah. You don't make it sound fun, but I couldn't remember how.
Neither does she. You've met her.
No, she's going through it. She sees bugs in her carpet. That's scary.
Yeah, 50% of Parkinson's patients experience hallucinations.
Damn.
That's crazy.
At least you don't have to do mushrooms anymore.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty dope. Once you start having hallucinations.
Once your brain's like, I got it covered.
Is that what dementia's like? Like you just constantly.
Yeah, your brain. That's your brain just going. You know what? I'll take over from here. No, I got it. I got the whole ride. I'll take over the whole trip. Oh man. Samantha, are you ready to hear Tremors?
Yes, I'm ready to hear Tremors.
I'm ready to tell you Tremors. And here we go.
All right, here we go.
Hey. This is an ad. That's what this break in the movie is for. Because it's an ad. Hi, guys. My name's Deric Poston.
And I'm Sam Lopez.
And do you like t-shirts?
I hope you do, because
Because we got on the best t-shirts you'll ever find. Hidden Village Customs. I'll do the Sam, why don't you go show them and I'll do the ad.
Okay, you do that.
Hidden Village Customs, guys. The best shirts since shirts were made. Our boy Gabe makes these amazing shirts. They're literally awesome. He crosses anime with real life, and it's fucking amazing. Like this shirt is Hey Arnold mixed with me and Sam doing the podcast literally on this couch while also wearing shirts of Hidden Village Customs. That's how meta this fucking shirt is.
And also in the shirt that I'm wearing on mine, the shirt we're wearing in that is also another Hidden Village Custom shirt. See how like
I know.
I'm wearing a shirt and then inside that's another. It's gonna be.
I want it to keep going. So we want at some point it to just keep like they just keep going and going and going and going, and it's just a million pictures inside a million pictures.
So buy their shirts because then they'll keep sending us shirts.
Yep, buy their shirts, guys. Hidden Village Customs, www.hiddenvillagecustoms.com. They make amazing shit. I seriously, the Sam already washed them. They don't shrink. The print doesn't fade. That's my favorite part of it.
They're very
of
soft.
Any shirt. Extremely soft, great quality. Sam was wearing her Tom Brady one yesterday anyway for a show.
Yeah, I was wearing it around the house
Around the
without
house,
a bra.
that's right.
That's the other
Without
great
a
thing.
bra.
These the square icon, like if you're like I don't want people to see my nipples,
Yeah.
it prevents that.
Yep. So you can walk around without a bra, ladies.
Ladies.
That's another plus. Hidden Village Customs, guys. They're from the Bay Area. So if you're a Bay Area beaner, if you're in the Bay Area Bean Mafia crew, go show our boys some love, especially. Hidden Village Customs on all social media platforms. The best shirts in the business. The best graphic design in the business. Go hit them up. Get your shirts now from Gabe at Hidden Village Customs. Not a pedophile, just a good man selling shirts. Now he tells me to say that, which makes me wonder things. But again, he probably just wants everybody to know that he's not. But who knows? Gabe, Hidden Village Customs. Go show him some love. Sam,
Yes.
I was smoking some weed earlier,
Yeah, you were.
and I only smoke one weed,
It's the best weed.
and that's Happy Canary.
Happy Canary.
Happy Canary, guys. Best weed since weed.
Since weed.
Guys, they're a wholesale company run by our boy Gabe. Now, you can't buy from them. That's not their thing. What they do is they sell to other dispensaries. So I'm really just supporting them. You know,
Follow them on
Instagram though. Happy Canary, HappyCanary, and you tell them the Bean sent you. Happy Canary on Instagram, guys. Happy Canary. Go show them some love. It's the best weed. That's why I smoke it. It's the only weed I smoke. Shout out to my boy Hayden. Shout out to Maine. Shout out to all the Maine Bean Mafia. Shout out to everybody in Maine who fucks with us. Shout out to her Uncle Leo who let us stay at his cabin. Maine is awesome. Weed is awesome. Happy Canary, guys. Sam? Football is upon us.
Yo, it's football season. It's about to happen.
It's about to happen.
Is it preseason yet?
Almost. There's no preseason this year, I don't think.
Oh, really? I've started seeing the football players for the college around town.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah,
it gets
bro.
me excited.
Seeing the Longhorns, seeing some Texas Longhorn college players. We're going to a lot of games this year, so we're really pumped. But I love football because of one man who is a war eagle.
War Eagle!
War Eagle! And that's Darren Bates. Guys, Darren Bates, he's black, he's a father, he plays in the NFL.
What more could you ask for?
What more can you ask for out of a person? And all he wants from you, he doesn't want you to buy anything. He doesn't want your money. He doesn't want your soul. All he wants is you to go to his Instagram, Darren Bates, DarenBates, at Westlandson_56. Beautiful picture of his mother. That's his profile. Blue check mark. That's him. Darren Bates. And all he wants you to do is hit the follow button.
Send him a message. Say, hey, the Bean sent me.
Simple. All right? Ask for us pictures of Hassan's feet.
He's got those.
Make sure you ask for him. Guys, Darren Bates, go show him some love. Follow him, and you say the Bean sent you there. And you let me know you did it. You make sure you do it. That's your one job. If you haven't done it yet, you better fucking do it.
Listen to his podcast.
Listen to his podcast, The Raw Room, guys. Available on all platforms. However you're listening to this podcast, you go listen to The Raw Room. He's had unbelievable guests. He's had Malcolm Butler on. He's had Jason Weaver, the guy who did all the original songs in The Lion King. You know what I mean? He just had Will Compton on. He just did Bussin' with the Boys. You know what I mean? Guys.
It's a cool dude.
Biggest podcast on Barstool. And my boy Darren Bates just did it. He's in the NFL. He's the fucking man. I'm so proud of him. His second career is going even better for him. The podcast is growing. He's getting better with it. The clips are coming out. Go follow The Raw Room. Go follow Darren Bates. Go show our boy some love. Back to the movie. And now we're back. They just saw a commercial.
Oh, cool. That's where it's going in?
Yeah. Sam, I'm so excited. Movie starts. Chris Tyler, you son of a bitch, this is for you. Also, shout out Janice Dickinson.
Janice!
We know you love the pod, and we love you, Janice.
We
Thanks
love
for
you.
supporting. Credits roll. Tremors. Tremors, if anyone's wondering. You hear like a harmonica, like cowboy music. You know what I mean? Like, meow, like, you know, that sound.
Bluegrassy.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe.
And we see a desert plane, and we see our lead in a cowboy hat and a white tank top.
Ooh.
1990, so he looks good. He's young.
90.
Kevin Bacon.
The Baconator?
The Baconator. Yo, the original Baconator. Wendy's, you thieves.
You thieves.
The original Baconator. Yo,
I love this guy.
That's why I told you. It's like, it's a star where you're like, so the whole movie I was like this. What are you doing in this? What are you doing in this? You know what else? This is my third. Bro, spoil the beans. 239 episodes now. And 3 Kevin Bacon movies so far.
I mean, that's why they have the 8 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. He's in a movie with everyone.
Damn. Yeah, he is in a movie. Like, bro, I didn't know he was. That's why I was like, what? Kevin Bacon is fucking in this?
I love Kevin Bacon.
I do love him, and he's great in this. Like, this movie, I don't know what this. Jeffrey, have you ever heard of this movie, Tremors? Heard of it? Jeffrey said he's heard of it. He's eating peanut butter. That's why I didn't hear him.
Yeah, his mouth was full.
His mouth was full of peanut butter. Yeah. He eats it with a spoon. Or you putting the whole jar in your mouth?
Yeah, it's pretty much how he eats it. He eats it in jars at a time.
He does eat it by the jar, which is interesting. But that's not what this episode is about, guys. Let's focus.
Yeah, when are we going to do an episode about Jeffrey's favorite different kinds of peanut butter?
I mean, that would be actually a fun, maybe a crossover episode for the Sun, just to go over Jeffrey's different peanut butters and why. And maybe even on the episode have some examples.
Yeah, but don't have Jeffrey on it, just you and Hassan.
Yeah. Or also maybe have Jeffrey on and we have 3 different spoons with different peanut butters on and see if he can say what they are.
Ooh,
Like,
that
see
sounds
how good
fun.
his peanut butter skills are.
Oh, he would know.
That's why I'd be interested. Would you be down to do that, Burner?
I could do that, yeah.
That'd be fun.
If the people want it, they're gonna get it.
Huh?
Yeah, I'd be willing to eat peanut butter.
Jeffrey said he is willing to eat peanut butter. That is on record. Because I don't want you turning back and saying later, they forced me to eat peanut butter. I don't want you saying that. You agreed that you were going to eat some peanut butter. He's eating peanut butter right now. I wish you guys could see it.
I wish you could
God,
see
I wish
it.
the camera could just turn on its own.
It'd be crazy if it just did. Like, it started, like, listening to us all this time.
Oh, fuck yeah. Here he comes.
Oh, he's going to come in. Here, come up here because
Yeah,
it
you gotta
doesn't
get-
focus
It
right.
doesn't focus right. You got to get down. There we go.
Hello.
Put it in your mouth.
Peanut butter. I was gonna put some cinnamon on it, but I'll.
Can you come down a little bit, Laura? Yeah, that's it.
This is okay.
Oh, give him a good nut.
So, that's the sound of me eating it. This is how I sound when I'm talking while I'm eating it.
I can see
This is crunchy. It's Jif, extra crunchy.
Oh, because you can see the peanuts in it. I'm looking at the peanuts right there.
It's pretty good.
And that's Jeffrey Burner, everybody.
Jeffrey Burner.
It's Jeffrey Burner.
Jeffrey Burner.
I'll be doing an episode with him Saturday, but you guys won't see that for a long time. Anyway, Sam,
Yes.
Tremors, Kevin Bacon. The movie is literally not even. His, literally, also, I liked it when they showed Kevin Bacon. Is also in the credit Kevin Bacon came up.
Oh, cool.
Like he turned to the camera like it was a TV show or something.
What?
And it said Kevin Bacon. I was like, this
So
is
they
sick.
revealed it.
Yeah,
I
like,
love that.
like, hey, it's that guy. He walks over to his friend. You see a guy sleep on the back of a truck, and you hear, got a wake-up call. Move your ass. Come on, buddy. Stampede, Earl. Get on up. And you see his friend wake up, and the friend, Earl, you'd recognize him as well. Not at the A-list, obviously, Kevin Bacon, but you've seen this nigga in a lot of shit, fool, They bicker back and forth. They're cowboys. They're clearly living the Brokeback Mountain life.
Oh, they're fucking?
No, but you know how they had, like, they would go off and work?
Yeah.
So imagine two cowboys who just did the job and didn't fall in love and have a weird gay thing.
They just did their job.
They just straight
did
up
their
worked.
job.
They just straight up worked, and then they were friends.
Okay.
But it is weird how if you put the gay sex in this movie, it's Brokeback Mountain. That's all it's missing. So we see the boys. They're putting up like a barbed wire fence, and they're handymen. Kevin Bacon loves how like the freedom that they have with their lives, but they find out it's garbage day. They're like, fuck, it's Friday. They have to do like they work at like a landfill where they have to get.
Okay.
Remember when we went to that landfill?
Oh.
They work at one of
Yeah.
them joints where they have to push the fucking trash.
That sucks.
Oh, that doesn't. When we went, I was like, when he said like, oh fuck, damn, and the way he starts complaining about it, and then I see what he's doing later, I'm like, oh yeah, that job does suck.
Oh, for
When we
sure.
went
It's
that
very
one day,
dirty.
It's just bro. The trash doesn't stop coming in. It's insane. It's like it was like working at a UPS. It was like the packages of like, it's just unbelievable how many. It just doesn't stop. It blows your mind. You're also like, where is this trash all going? That would fuck me up working there. It's like, what is this? Where are we doing? What do we do? We're just burying it?
We're just burying it.
This is a problem.
Maybe we stop consuming so much as a country. But that's
luck with
that's
that.
for another day.
That's for another episode. This is Tremors. So the boys are driving, and we see our boy Kevin Bacon. His friend is giving him shit because he never plans anything. He never has a plan, and he looks over and he sees his name's Valentine, by the way.
Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, the lead's name's Valentine.
That's his last name?
First name. Actually, it might be his last name, but everybody calls him Valentine. So
Well, yeah, I mean, normally in those kinds of jobs, you go by your last name.
probably. And then everybody in the town calls him that too.
Maybe it is his first name.
Yeah. So he speeds off the road thinking he sees some super baddie, right?
A woman?
Yeah,
Or,
a woman.
oh.
And when he pulls over and he tries to holler at her, her name is Rhonda, and she comes up. She's a college student, but she's like clearly a nerd, and she has the shit you be having on your face, but on their nose, like a
Sunscreen?
lifeguard, like a lifeguard.
Sunscreen?
Yeah.
The shit you be having on your face. Deric doesn't believe in sunscreen.
Bro, that shit don't exist, fool. Sam's just putting mayonnaise on herself. That's what I told her. She's like, you're just covering yourself with mayonnaise. The sun is cooking all y'all white people extra. That's why you guys taste so good on bread with a little bit of tomato.
That's true.
So she like this nigga's trying to holler at her, and she's a nerd. You find out she's in college and she's a seismologist. She studies earthquakes.
Oh, okay.
Tremors.
Tremors.
She asked about drilling. She's like, has there been any drilling around here? And they're like, no, ma'am. And she says, my readings are saying there's some weird shit going on, like a really like big things. And they're like, okay. And they drive off. He's not interested in her. The friend gives him shit. Earl's like, man, you need a nice girl like that in your life. You keep dating these big titty, blonde haired bimbo bitches. And he's like, that's what I like. I'm a big titty, blonde haired bimbo motherfucking lover. And he's just very Kevin. But he's so crazy likable in this. You're like, but the whole time you're watching, you're like, is this the guy from Footloose?
Did he do any dancing?
No, but kind of.
Because in Footloose, he's kind of dressed like a cowboy.
Yeah, it's the same. Also, the shots look the same as Footloose.
Well, it's 90s. Well, in Footloose, it's probably like 87. 85, maybe?
I think so.
I feel like it's 87.
So, they drive into the city of Perfection.
Ooh.
That's the name of the city, Perfection. Population, 14.
14?
14.
Well, that is perfection.
That's perfection. That is kind of perfection.
Did you ask for anything more than that?
Very diverse population, too. They pull up to Shang's Market.
What?
I know. Asian dude. There's this kid outside. They're like, don't mess with my truck, Melvin. Everyone in this town very much knows each other.
Well, they're probably all related.
Yeah, damn near. They'd have to be, right? They're talking at the little bar inside, and they're all talking about the college kid Rhonda. Because everybody's in the town knows her. Uh-huh. And then the boys leave. Cut to the boys have a beer and then they leave. Cut to the ground outside. You see it rumbling a little bit, like scary noises. Okay. Uh-huh. We see Rhonda putting her machine in the ground. It's going crazy. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?" We see the camera angle change, and she grabs her equipment. She starts walking to her truck. It's the camera angle, it's clearly from underground, but looking up at her, but it's coming towards her. Uh-huh. Like something's almost chasing her, but she doesn't know. She's just walking towards her car. She gets in, she drives away. It almost gets her the last second. You don't see what it is though.
Oh my gosh! Is it a monster movie?
So we see the boys dealing with the trash. Driving the big truck. He hates it. The landfill job. They take a break. They drink some beers. Cut to they're cleaning out the sewage pipes, and the boys are arguing back and forth. And they're the friend is telling him he wants to leave Perfection. He's done. The other one's like, you're not going anywhere. And he's like, oh, how are we gonna leave? They're arguing. And he's like, and then as they argue, the fucking pipe bursts and all the sewage shit sprays all over them. And they both look at each other and God damn it. Cut to a cut shot of them packing up their big pickup truck. They're leaving town.
Wow.
They're done with Perfection.
Fuck Perfection.
Fuck it. They're out, Sams. They're going away for good, right? They're not coming back. They're packing up. They go to drive off. A lady, Nancy, hey, boys. And they pull over, and they're like, hey, Nancy. She's like, where are you guys going? They're like, we're leaving Perfection. She's like, oh, I'm sure you are. And then she looks at the back of their truck, and all their shit's packed up. She's like, well, you boys really are leaving. She's like, well, before you leave, would you mind doing one more job for me? And they both look at each other like, what is it? And she's like, well, I need my firewood chopped, and whoop, whoop, and it'll be a month's job. And how about this? I'll throw in free lunch and beers.
Wait, the whole month?
Yeah. And they're both like, they look at each other. Cut to them driving out of Perfection, and they're going, yeah, boy! Temptation stared us in the face, and we said, no, devil, we're out of here. We're done with this town. Uh-huh. They tried to get us to stay. That's the trap. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. We're out of here. They're driving.
Are they from there?
Huh?
Are they from Perfection, or did they come to work there?
I think they're from there.
Okay. That makes more sense why they would want to leave.
Yeah, it's we got to get out of here.
Gotta get out of here.
Cut to them packing all their shit, right? I'm sorry. They leave. They drive off, right? They see as they drive off and they're driving out of town, they see a guy working high up on the electricity poles. You know what I mean? And they're like, man, I'd hate to have that job, right? In fact, Valentine's looking at him and he goes, I recognize that jacket. That's Edgar. Hey, pull over, right? He pulls over. Hey, Edgar. Edgar, get on down here, man. We're about to leave. We want to say bye. Edgar. God damn it. And you see Edgar's up there knocked out, right? He's from far away up and they're like, oh, he's done boozed himself up on the job again. Uh-huh. God damn it. Well, who's going to go get him? They look at each other and they rock, paper, scissors. And then Valentine loses and he's like, God damn it. So the whole time he's climbing, Kevin Bacon's like, oh, he's got to do all the goddamn work because I'm doing fucking losing. Rock, paper, scissors. Goddamn stupid. And he gets up there and when he does, he notices Edgar has a gun on him, like a rifle, and he's dead. He's like this.
Whoa.
Right?
Yeah.
And of course, he's like, yo, what the fuck? Cut to there at the doctor's office. Doctor's putting him up. They're like, what happened, doc? What was it? Was it a heart attack? And the doctor goes, nope. He died of thirst.
Huh.
And they go, died of thirst. What? How long did that take, Doc? I think about 3-4 days. They go, what? Well, he just sat there for 3 or 4 days with a rifle and just died of thirst. Well, that don't make no sense. See, this is why this movie is high rated, because I saw the reason it had high ratings. I was like, wow, they did this very well. That even though it's super silly, it's very campy when you see it. Everything's very campy, right? But the pacing and you don't know what's going on.
The unveiling of whatever is happening.
The unveiling was very because even me, I was like, well, what the fuck is this? Okay, so cut to we see a guy tilling his ground, farming.
Okay, we know whatever's happening is in the ground.
All of the sheep are running around going crazy in he's looking at him. What the hell is going on? His scarecrow behind him is like moving. And then he's like, what? He's looking around. The sheep keep screaming. He gets sucked underground.
Whoa.
Okay?
This is not what happens in Brokeback Mountain.
This is not what happens in Brokeback Mountain. You are right. There's a shift.
Yeah.
Instead of gay sex, there's this.
Yeah, it's a different kind of sucking.
It's a different kind of sucking. So we see the boys driving off, and they're like, man, why the hell would he have died up there? Like, what the hell was going on? It doesn't make sense. And as they're doing that, they drive past the barn. And they look over and they go, what the hell? And they see all these sheep eaten. They're just dead body parts everywhere of just dead sheep. Like, what the fuck? Hey, old Fred, what happened to your sheep? They were running around the house. Old Fred. They go check and they're like, yo, what the fuck? They find old Fred's hat on the ground. They're like, yo, and they go grab it. They lift it up. This nigga's head's just left.
Oh.
They're like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? The boys drive back, right? Now they're speeding back to Perfection.
Yeah.
To tell everybody.
Yeah.
As they're driving.
The 11 people that are still alive in the town.
Exactly. Good, you got a number. So the boys drive back, and you see as they do, there's these two guys doing construction on the road, right? They stop and they go, hey, there's a killer on the loose. He's cutting fucking heads off. Get back to town now. Go, go, go. They drive off. One of the construction guy goes, yeah, right, and just keeps going, keeps drilling, right, on the road. The other one's like, and goes and grabs like a pitch axe, like an axe. And it's like, what the fuck? While the dude's drilling, he keeps drilling. It goes deep, and you hear like a loud scream, and a bunch of blood come up off the ground. And then the drill just goes like a shark fin, takes off.
Whoa.
Okay. The cord is wrapped around the guy's leg.
No.
Pulls him. It goes up. He goes like up a cliff, right? And he's like ah, and his friend goes and tries to save him. As he does, all the rocks fall, like all these rocks, and just kill the guy and just like cover up the whole road. Okay. You see a guy at Chang's Market complaining about how his cows are missing. He thinks Mr. Chang stole them because he's Asian.
Huh.
Of course.
That's a weird assumption.
Well, he didn't say that. I'm assuming that's why you would think it's Mr. Chang.
Oh, because he's the only Asian person in town.
Yeah.
So you just don't like him.
Well, or you know what? He also has a market. He sells meat.
Yeah. I mean, you probably notice.
It's hard to steal a cow.
It's hard to steal a cow. Is he a butcher? Like,
Though I'm sure people stole cows back when this was like when a cow would feed you for how long, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So
I guess so.
They come back into Mr. Chang's Market and they try to call the police. Phone is dead. All right. They tell everybody what's going on. Like, yo, what the fuck? We don't know what happened, but people are dying. They got to go get to the police. They got to get to Bigsby, which is like 38 miles away to get to the police. All right.
That's really far.
And they're like, hey, you got to step on it. And then Kevin Bacon's like, consider it stepped on. And he drives off. Right. They take off. As they drive, they get to back where the construction thing was happening. All the rocks have cut.
So there's
off
no
the
road.
It's only one road in, one road out. Small town. They're like, what the hell? They get out the car. They're like, boys, guys, come on, man. You got to clear this shit up. Let's go. Come on. There isn't another road, assholes. Let's go. Fucking they turn. They look around. They see one of their, like, the construction hats and, like, blood all in it. And they're like, yo, get in the truck, get in the truck. They get in the truck. They back up. The truck hits the wall. The truck gets stuck. He's like, you're going to burn the clutch. He's like, come on. You're going to burn it. Boom, and it takes off. They're like, you almost fucked up our axle. He's like, oh, shut up, right? They drive back to the town. When they do, they go back to the market. Everybody comes out of the market like, hey, Val and Earl are back. They're supposed to be going to Bixby. And then he's like, I thought y'all were going. He's like, oh, we had to come back. Road's closed. They all look at his truck, and they go, what the fuck is that? On the back of the truck, it looks like an alien arm attached like to the back.
That's what was holding them in place.
Told you, it's paced very well.
Yo. Because you wouldn't know that this was like a monster alien movie
Not
at
from the beginning.
first.
Not at all.
I wonder how they advertised it.
Yeah, I'm sure they advertised it like a monster movie.
Yeah, they had to.
I mean, the poster is like a monster coming up from the ground. You know? So,
then people probably knew what they were getting into.
Yeah, you knew what you were getting into.
I didn't.
But it's more fun if you don't.
I thought it was called Tremors.
I also didn't. I wasn't paying attention till after. So, they're all like, yo, what the fuck? They're all looking at it and shit. And, a guy takes it off. And he's like, damn, bro, this must have been a strong son of a bitch if you almost stalled your truck out. Like, that's crazy. And they're like, well, it has to be more than one. Not just this little thing. And they're looking at it's huge. Like, but not this thing could have just ate Fred and all of his sheep, right?
Yeah.
Cut to that night. We see this old couple. They're working on this house. Like, they're building up their house. And you see their generator go out. And he's like, oh, man, what's going on with the generator? And they're also flirting. And they're being really sweet. They were being really sweet, this old couple, right?
It's nice when old people are still like, still got it.
And they're building their house up like their dream house from scratch, like in the middle of perfection, and they want to be in the middle of nowhere, and they love it. They're so excited. And he's working on it, and then the generator goes out, and he goes over to look at it, and he's like, honey, the generator's gone. She's like, what do you mean it's gone? He's like, baby, it's gone. And he comes over, and she's like, well, you sure it was here? He's like, yeah, I'm sure it was here. The damn cord. He pulls up. The cord was right here. Yeah. He's like, well, maybe the ground caved in. And then right then the generator shoots up from the ground like in another area, shoots up in the sky, and then like lands. And they're like, what in the fuck? And then they both go, oh, what's that stink? Oh, and then the wife's like, let's go to town. Let's go, please, Jim. Come on, let's go. He's like, maybe it's a geyser or Yellowstone. And then right then, he gets sucked in the ground like his feet. He's like, it's got me. She's like, Jim. She's like, oh, something's got me. Oh, honey, what the hell? And she's like, Jim, come on. And he's like, I can't. And then right then he goes, oh, honey, please. And then he starts going down, and then like, bro, his wife, this shit's fucked up for his wife's like, Jim, and he's like, bloody, please help me. Please. He's like screaming for her to help him. Like begging for her to help him. It's like, yo, I can't imagine seeing your husband die in that situation like that, bro. He's begging for your help.
Also, you don't understand what's happening, so you're also like fearing for your life.
But you want to help him because he's like in pain, like he's like screaming like, like he's being eaten alive,
Oh my gosh.
And then she's like, Jim. Right then, this nigga goes all the way down, and then like a tentacle arm comes up, tries to grab her. She kind of dodges it. She runs to the car. She locks all the doors. She gets in, right? She cuts the car on and tries to go, but the car kind of stalls out. But you just hear country music playing. Like, I get my girl down at Cali. And then she's like, oh no. And then right then you hear rumbling. And then the car kind of tilts up like the ship in Titanic and just goes down. And she just screams. Okay.
Are there like holes left in the ground, or does it cover back up?
Covers back up.
That's the weirdest part.
Yeah, that is weird. These things are scary, bro.
Okay.
So, back at the Chang's market, they're like, yo, phones are out, roads are out, we're on our own. You got this one couple that's like a couple of like survival planners. They're like, yo, we got a bunker, bunch of guns, all that shit, right? And so they go, all we got to do is, get some police down here to help us let them know what's going on. It's 38 miles to Bixby. And they go, well, Walter has some horses and a saddle. And they go, can anyone ride horses? Who's best? And they both, everybody in the bar looks at Earl and Valentine. And they're like, cut to the boys in the morning, packing up their horse. They get some guns. The couple gives them like one of their cool guns, right? Melvin, you see the little kid like plays a prank on everybody, and they kind of get annoyed with this little kid. And they're like, yo, something's going to happen to you, bro. You keep fucking around with everybody. Mm-hmm. They get to the doctor's place. Right? They were, let's stop at the doctor's place, who was the one who was building his house.
Oh, no.
He's the doctor. They go, let's stop by his place. So the guy, they go, they can't find him, right? They're like, yo, where the fuck? Why aren't they here? But they hear a radio going, country music. Like, what the hell is going on? Where the golden oldies coming from? And then they come over, and then they start digging, and then they see the headlights in their face, and they're like, well, they got to ride and don't stop. They get on the horses, they ride. They're riding. They're like, keep moving. They're like, what the hell are those things? Sorry, my ear just started ringing.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what the fuck? This shit was crazy. Y'all saw this shit. It happened live. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Is it still ringing?
No, it stopped.
That's crazy.
She's like, what the hell are those things? And then the horse stops, right? And he's like, what's going on? And then both the horses stop. And they're like, I think the horses got wind of something. And then both the horses kick him off. One rides away. The other horse gets snatched up and sucked underground with these huge tentacle arms, bro. And he's like, that's how they get you. They're under the ground, those sons of bitches. Valentine shoots one of the arm. The whole ground raises up, right? You see all these tentacles come out like this. He's like, it must be 1,000,000 of them. And then he goes, nope. And then one huge monster comes out. You see the tentacles were just coming out of its mouth.
What? It's huge.
It's huge. It's insane.
It's like Davy Jones tentacles?
Yeah. Just coming out of its mouth, these huge tentacles. But the tentacles have their own teeth and like
what?
So that's why you would think that's the monster.
But it's just like one big thing.
One huge thing.
Like a fungus.
Bro, it's insane. So they're like, oh shit. Right? They take off running. He's because it's underground. You see this thing crawl like underground and it goes so fast underground. And it's gaining on him. There's this, you see them running and you see there's a trench. Somebody built like a trench, and it's like concrete on both sides.
Yeah.
So they both jump in it. And when they jump in it, they kind of go like this and they brace themselves. And you see the monster just go boom and like head first into the concrete.
Oh.
Right? And they go, the dumb son of a bitch ran right into it, right? It's like he knocked himself out cold. Because you see it breaks through a little bit like its head, but you see it's like knocked out.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yo, that motherfucker's dead. And Kevin Bacon's like, yeah, well, we killed it. Fuck you, buddy. And it's like, wow, who is this guy, Kevin Bacon?
He's Kevin Bacon.
Who is this dude who would do this to a motherfucking
and what was the last Kevin Bacon movie where he like rapes a woman?
Hollow Man.
Yeah, it's like Kevin Bacon picked some really interesting characters.
Yeah, Kevin Bacon, bro. Your script choices are interesting. I wonder when the Marvel Universe is going to put him in a movie.
I'm surprised he's not in one. He'd be a good bad guy.
Well, they bring him up in Infinity War.
They do bring him up in Infinity War. Yo, for sure he's coming into the MCU.
That'd be awesome. So, right then, the Rhonda girl, the college girl, she walks up. She was on the other side of the trench. She's like, hey, guys, what's up with you? You guys notice anything weird? And then she looks down and she's like, sees the alien arm, like the tentacle head kind of coming out the concrete. She's like, what the fuck is that? They kind of pry it open out of the concrete, and then she's like looking at it. She's like, whoa, it must be subterranean. The tentacles. And then you see the tentacles like coming out of its mouth, and they're like, wow, they must hook out of the mouth, and then they bring you in so it can eat you. She's like, this is the biggest zoological discovery in the century. And then right then Bacon's like, I found the ass hand. He's like way far away, bro.
Because he's afraid?
No, he found the ass. Like,
oh, I didn't
see
understand.
how big this motherfucker is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this thing's so insane, bro. It's the size of like
a football field?
No.
Bigger or smaller?
It's the size of like from outside the apartment complex. You know where the wall is over there?
The wall on the other side.
The wall on the other side.
Okay.
To about where our room ends.
Okay.
So you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's pretty long.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
You know? So they look at it and they're like, man, look how this, and she finds out how it moves fast because it has like these like spikes on its body. And then they're like, man, this thing, she's like, I think there's more of these things. And they're like, how do you know? And she checks her like little seismograph machine. She's like, I thought there were earthquakes, but there's definitely 3 of these things going on. Okay?
So even if this one is completely dead, which we're not certain of, there's 2 other ones out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They go, where's your truck? She's like, beyond the hill. So they take off running, right? Mm-hmm. They see her machine. It's going crazy. They know something's coming up on them. They're running. They get right up. They just get up on this huge rock. And right when they get up onto the top of this huge rock, all 3 of them, you see the tentacles like come up out of the ground around the rock. And they're like, whoo, shit. Glad these motherfuckers can't climb. Like they learned that then. Like, okay, they can't go up. So they sit on the rock. And they're kind of debating like, well, what do you think? Do you think they're like billions of years old and they were already here? You know what I mean? Or you know, we never seen one till now. And then Earl's like, no, these are from outer space. These ain't no local boys here. I like to say, these ain't no local boys. And then they go, well, I haven't heard nothing for hours. Must be long gone. And then Valentine's like, well, why don't you go take a stroll then and find out? He's like, all right, I will. I'll go do something. And he goes down and he checks. And he throws something and you see they're still like the monster. Like, it's still waiting on them. They're like, shit. How does it know we're still here? It doesn't have eyes. Can't smell us underground. And they all go, it's listening. They go, of course. She's like, yeah, it's underground. It's just it can hear like
sonar.
Every vibration. Exactly. It knows everything that's going on. And they're like, fuck, we're stuck here. So they fall asleep. They wake the next morning. Valentine is next to the girl all curled up.
Of course.
All right. And he wakes and he kind of looks at her. She looks at him and she gives her his jacket back. And she's like, thanks for letting me use your jacket. He's like, oh, no problem. And then they both kind of like are all coy. And then they both look over at Earl and he's like smoking a cigarette, like big old smile on his face. Like he's loving it. You know what I mean? So they're like, what's the plan? And he's like, well, let's see if this old stump's still around. And then they throw a shovel down there and you see the monster still down there. And they're like, damn, this thing doesn't have a home. And he's like, well, this is how, what's his name, died. You can't, the dude
who died of thirst.
Mm-hmm. They're like, that's how he died. You can't outwit it. Well, let's try to outrun him. We did it yesterday. They're like, no, that's not a plan. And then while they're arguing over what to do, the girl grabs one of these huge sticks that are kind of leaning against the rock. They're huge, like a huge stick. Mm-hmm. And then she goes, Sam, I swear to God, you guys know how to pole vault. She runs, sticks it in the ground, pole vaults to the next big rock.
Okay.
And she goes, my truck's next to one of the rocks over there. We can pole vault our way over there. Sam, cut to a montage of them pole vaulting from rock to rock. Kevin Bacon, by the way. So he's not dancing, but he kind of is.
Kind of. This is like a Aladdin when he's going from roof to roof.
Exactly like that. Damn. It's exactly. That's a really good. Yes, it's exactly like that. That's where they got that scene from.
For sure.
And then they get to the last rock near the truck and they go, we got to do this one at the same time. 1, 2, 3. They jump into the back of the truck. They push the girl through the window. You see the monster tentacles coming up around the truck. She gets through the back of the truck window, hits the gas. They drive off. They get away.
Dang.
Okay? They come back to Chang's. They eat food. They drink water. Because they haven't eaten or drinking.
Why isn't it coming for Chang's? Everyone's hanging out there.
So they're like, yo, they all start arguing. They talk, they tell everybody in Chang's Market how they hunt. They listen to things underground. Whoop-de-whoop. We got to get out of here. And they're like, where should we go? And then Rhonda's like, I think we should go to the mountains. They can't move through the rock. And then somebody's like, oh, well, there's an old Jeep trail we can take. Right, it goes up through the mountains and, they won't be able to get to us there. All right. And then right then, you see the mom, remember the lady Nancy from the beginning who stopped him?
Yeah.
She has a little daughter named Mindy.
Okay.
All right. And she's like, where's my daughter? Right? He's like, where's my daughter? Because right then they tell everybody like, yo, this motherfucker knows vibration, so everybody be quiet. You see the floorboards start creeping at the Chang's restaurant. And they're like, where's Mindy? You hear, dun, dun, dun. They look outside. She's doing like, that little pogo stick thing? She's doing that. And they're like, Mindy, no, get off the pogo stick. She has headphones on. Mindy! Valentine runs, saves her at the last second, like tackles her off the pogo stick, right? Everybody's like running, like the ladies run to their house. Valentine jumps on a truck. You see the monster come up. Earl and Rhonda run. They try to run away as the monster's like, you see the monster like trying to get everybody. Like It's just like its tentacles are coming out and it's trying to get everybody. Our homegirl Rhonda trips up on some barbed wire and it wraps around her legs.
Oh no.
So she can't get out of it, right? Valentine comes and he throws a pickaxe in the monster and he saves her and he's like, take your pants off. She's like, what? He's like, take your pants off. She takes her pants off, cuts her. She's great. She has amazing ass. Nice. They show shot like she has to run like full speed with her ass and like in these like sexy ass underwear.
Are they sexy or is it just like
they look? It's kind of underwear you wear where it's like, nigga, it's cute.
Oh, it's like cute girl underwear.
Oh yeah. But she's got a nice ass. Like you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, like Sam, if you were running in it, everybody would be like, that looks good. Imagine running in it too. That kind of underwear. It's not built for running.
Well, yeah.
it kind of comes into her butt a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
So you see, like, and she's also in great shape. This actress.
Is she someone we recognize?
No, she's just a hot woman. Good-looking woman from the 90s.
Okay.
But they make her not look good looking in the first couple scenes, and then as the movie goes on, they show her.
Well, yeah, because she's like the girl with the glasses, and you got to take off her glasses, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, she's so attractive. How did we not know?
How can we not know? Also, it's like, bro, how did y'all not? Like, she wasn't ugly. She just had cream on her face, and her hair's in like a bun or whatever. She's still hot. I mean, she does look like the cream on her face does make it unattractive to me.
The cream would kind of be a turnoff. I do get that.
So, homeboy saves her, right? And you know, she runs ass out. They get back to Chang's store. They run inside Chang's store. We see Valentine fixing up her legs all softly. They have a sweet moment. She puts some pants back on.
Did I not say Sean Penn gets the girl in the end?
You did say he gets the girl in the end. Yeah, you were right about that. There is a girl that is got at the end of this. So, bro, Chris Tyler, I can't believe you wanted this.
Chris Tyler! So,
while they're sitting there quietly and they're having that sweet moment, the ice machine in Chang's place goes off. Boom, like starts churning ice.
Oh,
and
no.
they're like, oh no, cut it off. They all run over, cut it off, and as they do, the monster comes up out of the floorboard, kills Mr. Chang, the Chinese guy, eats him up, right? And then the other ones start coming through the floorboard, so they all climb up on the aisles, right? As they climb up on the aisles, they all climb up like to the roof, but Rhonda's like trying to get to where they are, and the monster knocks the aisles over and it knocks her out the window. And Valentine's like, no! And he gets up to the roof, and he goes, and he looks down, and she's gone. He's like, no! And then you hear Valentine, and he looks over at the water tower, and you see her climbing up. She's like, I'm good! And he's
wow.
like, you know? So, cut to I forgot to tell you, a couple earlier in the movie, the one who has like the bunker and all that shit. Remember I said there was a couple who has like a bunker and a bunch of guns?
Oh, yeah, they had all the guns.
Yeah. They went looking for something, right? They went looking for the college girl in the beginning, even though Earl and them found her first.
Okay.
So they finally come back, right? And they finally come back to their place, like where their bunker is and all that shit. And they stop and they look back into town, and the wife has binoculars, and she does, and she notices everyone is on the roof. She's like, Bert, something's going on, honey, right? And they go down to the basement, and then Bert is radioing them. Right? He's like, hey, what's going on in the town? What's going on in the town? And they radio back, Bert, you got to get on your roof. Get on your roof. They're underground. They're huge. They're coming for you guys. Get up now. They're coming for you guys. And he's like, what? And they cut on some machine in their basement. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, not the machine.
And he's like, get out of there. It's coming to get you. And then right then their walls start shaking. They're like, what the fuck? And then you see the thing's head just come through their like concrete bunker. Right? And they start shooting at it like crazy. They're shooting at it. The tentacles come out. They have so many guns on the wall that they're like amped up about it. They're like, oh, you want to?
Yo,
let's go,
that's how dumb people be.
That is how those kind of people, they're like, oh, this is my whole life.
I've lived for this moment.
Dude, those conspiracy people are like, that is weird that that's what they want.
Yo, they really want the end of the world.
They want the end of the world in some apocalypse situation so they can kill everybody and then also look at everybody else who is alive and be like, told you. It's like, you told me, you psychopath.
You told me, why would you want this?
You wanted this? So, bro, this nigga, they're shooting. He breaks this glass and grabs an elephant gun and fucking puts two right in the like things, bam, bam, and he kills it.
Wow.
Bastard, right? You bet. He goes, you broke into the wrong rec room, motherfucker. You know, we killed it. And he called everybody. He's like, we killed it. And they're like, Bert, be advised. There are maybe two more out there still. Like, we don't know how many more that are out there.
Yeah.
They keep coming, you know? Uh-huh. And so you see Bert running on the roof, and everybody's cheering that he killed one, right? Like from their roofs, right? Yeah. And he goes, you see the other monster. They go, hey, guys, it's up to something. The monster's doing weird shit.
Oh, no.
Right?
It's figuring something out.
Yeah, they're like, what do you think it's doing? Cut to their places rocking like a tidal wave, like Mr. Chang's, like while they're on the roof. And then you see the mom and the daughter on their house, their roof, and their place rocking like a tidal wave. And he's like, they're planning something. It's like, it's two of them. They're planning something. You know, we got to get out of ground. We got to get out of here. Valentine tells Bert, yo, like this thing's going to kill us soon. We need help. He's like, well, what do we do? We need a chopper or a damn tank to get away from this thing. And then right then Earl goes, I know, a tank, the dozer. that we use for the trash. Because that thing weighs about 30 tons. It ain't lifting and picking up and eating, sucking in that thing. And they're like, yeah, maybe.
Are you sure?
He's like, we can attach something to the back of it and drag everyone for safety. And they go, that's the plan. And then right then, one of the other guys on the roof is like, yo, I'll set up this little lawnmower and it can go and it'll give you guys like time to make a run for it. They fucking do it. So the guy sets off the tractor. Earl's like, I'm gonna go make a run for it. And Valentine goes, I got it. And they go rock, paper, scissors, right? Valentine loses. So Earl's about to take off running. He elbows Earl in the stomach and Valentine goes.
Wow.
He's like, he Armageddon's him. You son of a bitch. You know, they end Armageddon when Ben Affleck.
Yeah, no, I know how to, yeah.
You know Armageddon ends.
Yes, I remember.
So
it's actually really sad.
Oh,
that movie makes me cry.
Oh, bro, Armageddon don't make you cry. First off, I get if you're like, oh, it's a bad movie. It's like nobody said it wasn't a bad movie. I said if it doesn't make you cry,
it's one of the best bad movies that has ever existed.
Yeah, something's wrong with you, bro. There's too many great actors in it.
Also, the whole situation is crazy.
They had to get oil drillers.
They're oil drillers in space.
Yo, it is crazier that the idea of, it would make more sense to teach oil drillers how to be astronauts than to teach astronauts how to be oil drillers. These scientists who know how to do lots of stuff, who are in unbelievable shape,
also,
whose brains can do so much shit.
Mm-hmm. And they have to learn so much just to become an astronaut in the first place. It's like, what's oil drilling added to that?
Whereas an oil driller has to learn about like space and gravity and like air and like learn about it. And they were also like, we don't have time to teach them. We just got to get them up there.
And then Liv Tyler had to lose her dad.
Liv Tyler did lose her dad. And he's like, honey. And then she put her big ass hand on the TV screen. Not that movie, Sam.
I'm sorry.
Tremors.
These are very similar movies.
They are very similar.
I mean, it's kind of a similar era. No. Armageddon would have been like 6 years later.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit later. It'd have been a little bit later. So it's like, you suicidal bastard. They take off, right?
Yeah.
So while the monsters are running at him, the monster goes running after her. They go, Val, it's right behind you. Val, stop moving. So he stops, and the monster's right around him, but it doesn't find him because it goes off sound, right? And they're all screaming to try to distract the monster. Rhonda looks around, and there's a water pipe next to her, this water tower that she's on. She kicks it, so water just comes flooding down. And then, of course, the monster goes running towards that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Valentine gets to the dozer. He hooks up something to the back, and he takes off, right? The monster gets to the water tower and tries to take it down. Rhonda's able to jump onto the back. Everybody celebrates, like, yeah, you know what I mean? The dozer, like, the monster tries to stop the dozer, but the monster can't. It's too big. Like, it can't, like, do it. It just goes, the dozer just goes right over it.
Okay.
So then they go they use the dozer and they go from place to place and they pick everybody up, right? So they're driving now and they get to Bert's and they go, Bert, come on. We're going to take this and head to the mountains. Let's go. And then Bert and his wife are making like pipe bombs. And
Cool.
they made like 50.
I love these people.
So then, right, and they pack up and they fucking load up and they jump on the back of the truck and they get going. And then they see the monsters like taking down their house. And he's like, these underground goddamn monsters. As he watches his house.
I love these couple.
Right?
I just imagine them like listening to Sam Tripoli's podcast all the time.
Oh, yo, these people are definitely tinfoil hat podcast listeners.
For sure.
So they get to the mountains finally. And they're like, yay, any sign of them? And they're like, yeah, they're super far away, like up for ahead, but who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, they're not near us. They keep going. More time passes. They get near the mountains. Right when they get to them, the fucking dozer falls in a hole. These motherfuckers dug a trap.
Dope. These guys are cool.
Yeah, the monsters are great.
You know, you got to give credit where credit is due.
Tremors, bro. They go, I can't believe this. They all lock and load, cock their guns, right? Bert throws a bomb. You know, they hear one of the monsters groan. He's like, you kill it? It's like, no, but I definitely made it run away. Because you see, like, the monster runs away. It scurries away. They go, oh, that loud noise. It probably couldn't handle it. So they come up with a plan. They're like, yo, we'll throw a bomb. They're sensitive to sound. When we do, we run like goddamn bastards. That's what the girl says, Rhonda. And then they all look at her, and then she's like, pardon my French, which I love that, like, a woman cussing at a moment like this.
She also said bastards.
I know.
Other words have been said during this movie.
Everyone else has been cussing.
Yeah.
And they go, her plan's got my vote. They do it. They throw the bomb. The thing takes off, scurries away. They take off running, right? The little girl falls like, Mommy!
No!
Fucking Earl scoops her up. They take off. They get up. They try to get to the mountains. They can't. The monster's too close to them. They have to get up on some rocks.
Okay.
All right? They're like, so now what? We can't make it to the mountains. So Bert he's like, do we use explosives? He's like, no, we can't use all the explosives. We would need like 50 bombs to scurry them away for long enough. Well, we have so many left. He's like, and we can't pole vault out of here. They're like, damn, you screwed. They say that.
Can't pole vault out of
They
here.
say we can't pole vault out of here, which is like, yo, what?
Because it's like only 2 people know about that situation.
Yeah, not everybody knows about the whole pole vaulting.
Everyone else is
excursion.
like, oh yeah, pole vaulting's a normal like way to handle this.
Yeah, like everyone else should have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, we can't pole vault out of here. So they start yelling at Valentine and Earl, like, you guys dragged us out of here. Whoop de whoop, it's your fault. They have to separate Valentine and the Burt guy. You know, my place had guns, it had everything. You know, all my bunker, we could have just stayed in the bunker. He's like, we couldn't stay in the bunker, you idiot.
Yeah, broke into the bunker. What the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. So Bert says, like, yo, well, I'm not going to starve up here. And he's holding a bomb. He goes, if I have to starve to death, I'm going to walk out there with this bomb and let it eat me. Boom. And they're like, that's how you're going to go? He's like, that's how I'm going to go. And then Earl goes, I got an idea. Like fishing. And he's like, well, throw some rocks. I need them near me. So they throw a bunch of rocks and they get it near him. And then he ties up a bomb to a rope, right? And he's like, just like fishing. About 15 seconds, about 30 feet, I got this. He lassos, he throws the bomb. He starts reeling it in slowly. He's like, keep throwing the rocks, reeling it in. As he's reeling it in, the monster takes the bait and eats the thing. Blows up. They're all like, yeah! Its carcass goes everywhere. Like just blood and guts everywhere, all over them and everything as they're cheering and celebrating, right? They're like, 1 to go. So they try the same thing for the other one. They're like, where is he? They're like, hopefully this one doesn't wise up. Valentine's like, I got it this time. He's mine. He takes the bomb. He throws it, does the same thing. The monster eats it. They're like, it works. Hey, get down. They all get down. You know, they're ready to cheer. Right then the monster spits the bomb back up.
No!
Right at them. It lands right on their bag of all their other bombs. And they're like, get out of here. So they all have to run off the rock now because it explodes. Boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all take off running. Valentine luckily grabbed 1 bomb left. He has 1.
Yeah.
Okay? He takes off. He has it in his hand. So, everybody else gets, after it blows up, they run away, but they get back on the rock.
Okay.
Valentine, Earl, and Rhonda are like trapped in between them, like the rock, the monster, them.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck. And they go, Valentine, you got to use that last bomb. And they go, what do you mean? He goes, he's like, I can't. It's the last one. They go, yo, light that bomb and throw it so we can like get back to the rock. He's like, then we'll just starve on the rock. He's like, fuck that. And he's like, well, what else are we going to do? He's like, well, you got to do it. And everybody's telling him, like, throw the bomb. And the girl's like, Valentine, light the bomb and throw it. He's like, no, this thing's not smarter than us. I'm going for it. And they're like, going for what? And he takes off running. They're like, what are you doing? He's like, I got a goddamn plan. So they start running after him, right? So they're all running. They're going, and they run to like a cliff's edge. And they're like, what's the plan? He's like, I'm going to light it. Well, they go, light it. He goes, not yet. And you see the monster thing coming at him from underground. Light it. Not yet. Light it. Now. He lights it, and he throws it. And he misses. He throws it behind the monster. And they go, why? You missed. Why would you do that? He goes, he smiles, right? Right as it comes up and it's about to, like, eat him, the bomb blows up from behind him. The noise makes it scurry.
And it goes off the cliff.
Right. Goes right through the cliff.
Okay.
And as it's falling, Kevin Bacon, one of the greatest probably movie lines in all of cinema, he goes, can you fly, sucker? Can you fly? Poof, and the thing just crash lands and explodes.
Whoa.
And everybody's like, yeah. Cut to the next day. You see our boys fixing up their truck, packing it up. They're going to leave. Rhonda takes a picture of them. They says how, this is going to be a major research and this is going to be all this big find and all these scientists are going to come and blah, 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 right? And she thanks Valentine for saving his life. He's all nervous. He's like, maybe I'll see you sometime. And then he smiles and, she's like, we'll see. And then she smiles and then she walks off. And then Earl looks at him and he's like, idiot, right? And he's like, I'm working up to it, Kevin Bacon. And he goes, and he runs back up to Rhonda. He goes, Rhonda, I wanted to.
Was there music playing in the background?
Yep, and he kisses. Tremors, and then Dolly Parton music plays. It's like
Dolly Parton.
Gonna move down the
Nah, that's the song that plays.
It's not, but it might as well be. Tremors, bro. Chris Tyler. What in the fuck? I liked it though.
Do they ever reveal in the future movies what if it's an alien or if it's some subterranean like thing?
Somebody's got to pay for Tremors too.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. Yeah. How many Tremors movies are there?
Dude, there's like 30. That's what Jamie Kennedy's joke is. He's like, there's gonna be so many Tremors, and I'm gonna start getting. Well, he's like, by the time he's like, I'll be in so many Tremors, and I'm gonna start to have Tremors. Ooh, and he does like that. He's like, what's that? Some whatever the fuck, I forgot. What'd you think?
Yo, that was amazing.
It is kind of amazing.
It really puts into perspective the Kevin Bacon career. Gosh, Kevin Bacon, what a life.
What a life, huh?
It was good. Chris Tyler, this really says a lot about you.
Really does.
You know, I thought, yeah, this is a kind of cool, kooky dude. And now I'm like, more kooky than I thought.
More kooky, more kook, but I like kook.
I like it too. It's very cool.
I like a little cuckoo in my Cocoa Puffs.
I'm also now like thinking you're much older than I thought you were.
Yeah, you probably were like in 20 when this movie came out. And you loved it.
When I saw him, I was like, oh, I thought he was like maybe like my age or a little bit older. Now I think you're like 50.
Well, this was a fun one, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed having you on. Thanks for always coming on.
Of course, I had so much fun. I love coming on.
We love having you. Bean Mafia, go show our girl Best Sam Lopez some love. Give her hugs, give her kisses, go give her a follow. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh.
We had a rough morning, but we got through it. And that's what relationships are about, you know?
I mean, we always come together for things like Tremors. You know, this is what keeps
Tremors.
This is what keeps it sexy.
Chris Tyler, you saved our relationship today. We were going to break up.
We were. Thank God for you, Chris Tyler.
Thank God for you, Chris Tyler. We'll see you later, Bean Mafia.
See you, Bean Mafia.